Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thanks so much for dropping by my channel today. I'm going to be working on a layout today, working with the Doodlebug collection called Booze and Brews. And it is super cute. I really love this collection, but I'm actually not going to be doing a Halloween layout with it. I'm actually going to be showing you how you can take a theme collection and use it for photographs that don't have that same theme. So this is actually really similar to the challenge that Kelly and I are going to be doing for November 4th, except that we're not going to be doing Halloween layouts there or working with Halloween paper. So it's kind of similar, but not exactly the same as what we're going to be, or what I'm going to be doing here today. I actually ordered this collection from I think scrapbook.com is where I got this. And I actually ordered it because I wanted to have it for the last challenge that Kelly and I did, but it didn't come in time for that project. So I thought, okay, now do I want to leave this in my stash for another whole year? Because I don't think I'm going to have a ton of other Halloween pictures to scrap this year. So then I was thinking, I can probably use this for a different kind of layout other than Halloween. So I got looking at the collection and I thought, yeah, this is actually going to be super cute because one of the little sentiments on one of the cut apart sheets says mad about you on it, and then it's kind of got this little mad professor in the theme stickers and the die cuts. So I thought this is going to work really well for some of the photographs that I wanted to scrap. So I went into my stash and found this paper that you see right there. That's from the Amy Tangerine Stitch collection. And I wanted to use that as the largest piece of pattern paper for my base, because a lot of the other papers in this collection aren't quite, I didn't think, subtle enough. So I wanted to use this as my base. So what you can see that I've done so far in the layout is I took and gutted one of those pattern papers to make a frame for the layout. Then I took a piece of white cardstock. I added those squiggly lines around the edge of that just for a little bit of detail. And now I'm going to take that as the base, and I've added that yellow polka dot paper to the first layer on top of the white cardstock. And now I'm just going to take some of the other papers to create some banners to the left side, and then I'll just go from there. So I'm just kind of playing around with some of the embellishments from the die cut pack, and there you can see that sentiment cut apart there that says mad about you. Now these die cuts are so sweet in the die cut pack for this collection, and I think there's something like 100 pieces in the die cuts, which is a huge amount, and they are really, really cute. And I actually would be able to use, as I do make all of my own cards, and so I will also be able to use these die cuts for card making as well, which is a bonus. So I am just kind of fiddling around with this to make it sort of look like a mad professor's classroom. And these die cuts are just perfect for layering in that way. And I thought, well, I can use dimensional stickers here, or dimensional foam behind those little die cuts, just to make them stand out and so on. So I was just kind of playing around with some ideas for that. So now I'm still thinking about that basic matte area where the photo is going to go, and I'm thinking, I want another color of paper on top of that yellow. So I took some of the patterned paper from another Doodlebug collection. It's a fall collection, and I used that orange leaf pattern paper on top of the yellow, and I just cut that in just a slightly smaller piece, but basically the same shape as the yellow polka dot paper. Now I'm taking my two photographs that I'm going to be scrapping in this layout, and I've printed them in complete squares, and I think they're about 3 by 3. I printed them in black and white, and these are two pictures they're taken at the same time. So one photograph is the kids not looking at each other, and then the other one, they're looking at each other. So it's a really cute sequence of photographs, and I thought that it would be really cute to scrap these together. So now you see that I've taken some of the other pattern papers from the collection, and also another piece of that orange leaf paper, and I've just cut some strips and fishtailed them into banners of varying lengths and widths, and layered those up for the for another mat that's going to go behind the photographs. And so we've got a little bit of a vertical and a little bit of a horizontal going on here. And then it just seemed to me that that would be an obvious spot to put the journaling to the right of those banners. So I took one of my dies from my stash that is a little recipe card. I think that's a Pebbles collection die, the one that came with a little mason jar shape as well, and the 2 recipe cards. And I've used that die lots in scrapbooking for journaling spots on the layouts, and it does work really well. So I thought that I would just print that, or sorry, die cut that in white, so that it's neutral, and it would be a really great a spot that would really pop for the journaling. So I've mounted the pictures on some black textured cardstock, and I'm just going to put those down with a little bit of foam tape behind them just to bring them up off the layout, give them some dimension on the layout. And now I am going to take my pen and go around the edges of that orange pattern paper like I did with the white paper on the base. And I'm just going to add some more of those squiggly lines. And this is super easy to do. I, purposely make it a squiggly line so that it does look like it's kind of messy, but it's sort of, the method to my madness there is that I know that I can't make a straight line, and I'm too lazy to get my ruler out. So it actually does look kind of cool, just making it a little bit messy. And so now I've also got the squiggly lines around the outline around that orange banner as well. Now I did get, with the Booze and Crews kit that I got, the little collection kit, it came with this, I believe it came with this washi. Either that or maybe I bought the washi separately, but this little kit was right full of goodies. So you get some little brads with it. There was a little bit of ribbon. Actually, come to think of it now, I think I bought this washi tape separately, but you can see that this does not have to be a Halloween layout, right? So the colors are just really bright and fun, and they go very nicely with the photograph, which is, just the kids having fun together in this photo shoot. And I think it's a great example of how you don't have to just use a certain theme collection for a specific, just for that specific theme. So this, I feel, does work really well for a non-Halloween layout. So there's that little cut apart there with the sentiment on it, and I'm going to just staple that down at the bottom. The staples just add a little bit more texture to the layout. And now I'm going to just start to create my little scene at the bottom there with the crazy professor. And I just think it's cute, that little blackboard behind him. It's like he's teaching a lesson. And I'm going to put all of the other little die cuts behind him. Some of them will just be flat, and some of them will be raised up with some dimensional adhesive behind them to make them come up off the layout a little bit. So there's that little bottle of poison, and I just think that's so cute. That little professor's adorable. Now this collection actually also came with a sticker sheet, and you'll see me use some alphas on this layout with or using the sticker sheet alphas as well for my title. Now there's that little frog in the jar, little preserved frog, and there's the beaker with the orange liquid in it. And I'm going to actually pop on here at the end with another little snippet of video showing you what I did off camera, just to add some little extra bits and pieces. And just because when I finished the layout, I got looking at it and I thought, ooh, there's a few spots here where it looks a little bit plain, but I will definitely pop on here at the end and show you what I did there. So there's some things from the sticker sheet there. I thought, oh, I'll add this little splat here in purple, but then I got thinking about it, and I'm thinking, okay, the liquid in the beaker is orange. It does not make sense that that splat is in purple. So I end up taking that off and replacing it with the little orange splat from the sticker sheet, which was simple enough to do. Just took a couple seconds to do that using my craft knife just to pick those up so that they're not ruined. And I can use those on another project. So there's tons of stickers on that sticker sheet. You can see that off to the left there of my layout. And I'll be able to use this collection again for, probably who knows, like cards and like other scrapbooking layouts another time for sure. So there was lots of products in this collection. So I'm taking some of the little matte dots and adding those down, and you can see that I've added some of the alphas, and I actually used some stitching to stitch the journaling down. Okay, so I'm going to come live on here in a couple seconds. The voiceover is done. I'll see you in a second. I wanted to pop on here quick and show you a few things that I did off camera. I added some of this really cute Doodlebug twine, and it's kind of an orangey yellow color. I think maybe you can see it a little bit better there, the color of it, and it's really pretty. I really like it, and it goes nicely with the orange and yellow tones in the layout. I also added one of these really adorable little brads, and that's still from the same Halloween collection. I also added a few more little alphas here, and I also added some of the little enamel dots that look like the little googly eyes. They don't move, but they're super cute. And I also added some glossy accents on this little glass piece here and the little bow tie. So just a few little pieces that I added. I can't remember if I added these on camera or not. And yeah, just the splatters really jazz it up quite a bit and so on. So that's the finished layout, guys. It's all done, and I really love how it turned out. And I really love how this collection worked nicely, even with non-Halloween pictures, right? So just shows you how you can take a theme collection and change it up and use it for photographs that don't necessarily go with that specific theme. So I really like how this turned out, and I just wanted to share those little bits and pieces with you that I had added off camera. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate that you stopped in and watched my video, and thanks so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.